Welcome, fellow travelers. Mod Maven here, and I'm happy to bring you a review of this beautiful paradise planet. We're here in the Euclid galaxy in a Viking Tier 3 economy, ready to see why you should come explore and maybe even drop a base. We'll dig into what makes this planet and system special, and finally give it a vibe score. Let's get to it. Alright, we got a really special one here for Valentine's Day. Proto-Geks in love, or whatever you want to call it. I've been saving this one for almost a year for Valentine's Day. So here you go. We got our awesome pinks and whites here. The purple sky. Look at that awesome ringed planet in the sky. Looking super cool. So we're seeing our grass go pink to white here, kind of a pinkish mist as well over everything, into some purples as we talk about this Flora. Another one here where we have these massive glow palms, and we're about to go check out that Proto-Gek in a second, but these kind of goldish brown big huge mushrooms are really unique. You really don't see those very often, and if you do, they're much smaller typically. We've got some kind of turquoise bushy kind of leafy looking trees through the mist there, but of course our big highlight, especially at night, are these massive glow palms, these kind of pinwheel palms or whatever you want to call them. So some really great looking flora here with some turquoise and oranges and reds to go with our pink and white grass. Really looking good. So check this guy out. He's kind of echoing the kind of goldish brown. He's running away, but we're gonna try to get him. Look how fast this guy is. Look at him go. If you need a quick companion, come grab one of these. Look out. Here he comes. Look at him go. Oh my gosh. Stuff of nightmares up on the hill there, but these geks are pretty cool. Proto-Geks. These have some antlers. The other gender does not have antlers, and there are some ferocious fauna. So that's one of them right there. Yeah, sorry. Just had to take care of that one. There's a couple of fauna on here. Yeah, they're gonna run after you, and they're pretty quick too. I think that's another one of them. All right, down here in this valley, we're able to get a little bit closer look of our water. You know, I'm not typically a big fan of the red water, but there is quite a bit of it on this one, and it kind of goes. I mean, it works with the pink and white and the red and the purple. It just kind of all goes together pretty nicely, actually, on this one with the mist and everything kind of tying it together. We'll check out those two planets in the sky here in just a minute, but let's talk weather and resources while we're still down here. So for resources, we have starbulb, copper, paraffinium, and cobalt. It is nice to have cobalt there if you want to go mine that and then flip that, make some money with that. On a paradise planet, you're not going to have any kind of storms. Over there on weather, it says temperate. Could say anything really there, but you're not going to have any storms day or night. And then over on Sentinels, it does say minimal. You really only run into those if you go to a secure building or something like that. You can dig up as many resources as you want, and they're not going to mess with you. Switching over to first person view here for this cave, I did want to show you this before we head out. Some really pretty pinks and purples similar to what's outside. Some white mushrooms here in these caves too, so some really pretty and good looking caves here on this one as well. Okay, I wanted to kind of give you the vibe at night here with these awesome big pinwheel glow palms that we've got here. This awesome ring planet in the sky. Those are actually the other two planets that are available in the system. We'll show those here in just a second, but just kind of wanted to get you a feel of this. You know, no glow grass or anything, but really pretty at night nonetheless. Alright, as we fly over and kind of get a bird's eye view of our terrain here, there's that red water we were mentioning earlier, lots of mountains like we said too, but one thing we haven't mentioned are these floating islands. These are quite prevalent through this planet as well. If you want to build on top of one of those, they're going to be fairly flat. Unlike the rest of this terrain, you know, very rocky, lots of mountains. They're a little bit lower here, but there's quite a few sections of the planet that really reach up to the sky. If you can get to some larger areas of water here where there are some islands, and of course with these planets in the sky, looks really good depending on where you decide to set up shop, so to speak. Alright, out here in space we get our first view of our system freighter in kind of a red and black. There's some blue going on there, so come grab one of those if you like. And as far as other planets in the system, this one's pretty straightforward. Just 2 other planets in the system. I dropped down to each of these and got kind of a 360-degree view that we'll take a look at. So our first one we want to look at is a scalding planet. This has some kind of pretty cool turquoise and orange fauna. It has some floating islands on it similar to what we saw on the Paradise planet, but it does have some high sentinels. And then to round it out, we have a tropical planet. Now this is the big ringed planet that we've seen up in the sky multiple times now. It does have some really cool kind of rainbow colored bubble fauna. It's kind of a big bubble with some other smaller eyeball looking bubbles inside of it that you can actually adopt as a companion, and it kind of floats around and rolls around. So that's pretty cool. If you've never seen one of those, definitely go check that out. That one also does have some aggressive sentinels though. Alright, up here in the space station, let's talk about these ships. I stood next to my white guppy back there and reloaded and let these come in. This is our first wave, so we got a kind of halo wing fighter here in the front, a little bit of an E-wing hauler over there as well in blue. So for these systems, you're going to have 21 different configurations of ships. That's true in any system. The configuration is things like the nose and the colors and the wings and things like that. So for this one, since we're in a predominantly Viking economy, we're going to have 7 different fighters. I'll put up some screenshots of these as we go. So we saw a couple of them there, but there's also a white and red vulture wing fighter jet that looked pretty good. Kind of a white and red-orange barrel nose, and then a white and mint colored stubby that I wanted you to see. Along with our 7 fighters, we're going to have 3 haulers. One of them is that blue and kind of periwinkle one that we saw coming in on the first wave. And then we're going to have 3 explorers. There's an orange on orange one that looks really interesting. It's a very unique kind of color combination that you should check out with those kind of Mickey Mouse kind of ears on it. And then you're going to have 7 shuttles and 1 exotic. The exotic was not found for this one, but if you hang out here up in the space station, you can find it, or down on a trading post. Alright, some more ships come in and out of here. Let's talk about the S-Class upgrades available up here in the space station. These were gathered on PC, so your results may vary a little bit here, but they should be pretty close. I'll put them up on screen for you. So for this one, some pretty decent upgrades available over here on the left-hand side as you come in. You're going to have a few here for the exosuit, radiation protection, life support, and toxic protection. If we flip over to the multi-tool, pretty small multi-tool here. I'll put up a screenshot of it, not very many slots. For the upgrades on the multi-tool, you have the pulse splitter, the scanner, which is nice, and the mining beam. So it's nice to have both the scanner and a mining beam for sure here. As far as notable things for sale, you have dihydrogen jelly if you want to refine that down to get a bunch of dihydrogen. And then also you have some tritium to fuel your ships. What's this fighter have on the side of it? It's like an old school mouse, like a 2-button mouse. That's hilarious. Well, let's get down to the planet and give this one a vibe score. See you down there. Now it's time to give this planet a vibe score. The vibe score I give a planet is very subjective, but takes into account a large variety of factors on kind of how it makes me feel just to hang out and vibe for a while. This one's really pretty. I'm glad we saved it for Valentine's Day. Kind of this Proto-Geks in love, or Proto-Valentine, whatever you want to call it. But with this awesome ringed planet in the sky, these pinks and purples and whites in the grass, and we've got some glow palms going on here. This one really is pretty and very unique. You really don't find these colors very often. This one really is pretty. We're going to give this one a 7 out of 10. With that, I'd like to thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to catch that vibe. Special thanks goes out to my supporters over on buymecoffee.com. Their support helps me do these every week as we journey towards the center of Euclid, checking out all these great paradise planets. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!